If you've ever wondered how to change your mindset about money, you're asking the most important question in relationship to your financial freedom. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through the 4 things you can do to transform your mind about money and achieve financial freedom. But make sure you stick around to the end because I'm gonna give you my 4-part financial framework that'll revolutionize the way you think about money. The number one reason to achieve financial freedom is what we call mission freedom. Mission freedom is the ability to follow the mission you have in life without money holding you back. In a survey done on many different platforms, the number one reason people don't follow their passion is because of money. Either they don't have money to do it, or if they did it, they wouldn't have the money to pay their bills. And money can stop us from doing so many things. But if we think about it correctly and we can fix the issues that keep us broke or keep us down further than we could go, then we can actually start pursuing that mission. So for me, the money mindset is about fixing this so we can help as many people as we can. But you have to decide, is your mission strong enough to help you really create financial freedom? The number one thing you need to do to change your mindset about money is to change your network. Jim Rohn, who passed away in the early 2000s, was a brilliant business philosopher, and he proved through a study that your income will be the average of the 5 people you hang around most. So you look at your network, the 5 people you hang around most, your income will be the average of those 5 people. So if you want your income to increase, you need to start hanging out with people that have a better wealth mindset than the people you're hanging out with now. This was hard for me to articulate when I was first starting off that I needed to do this because I had a lot of buddies that I'd hang out with, we'd have a good time, but they were just kind of broke people that didn't really pursue greatness and weren't pursuing mission. And what I realized was that really took away my motivation to fulfill mine. And it's the same with income. They were broke and so was I. So we were a couple broke people together and hanging out, but none of us were really pursuing financial greatness. And until I changed my network, that's when I was able to change my net worth. And that's what I want you to do. I want you to look around and do a survey of your network. I want you to see your life as a table. There are 5 chairs. Whoever you let sit in those chairs will dictate so many things about your life. Not only your finances, but it also will dictate usually the level of character you have and the level of life you have. If you hang out with broke people, that will rub off on you. There's an old statement. You hang out with 5 rich people, you'll be the 6th. And the idea is creating a network that really pushes you. Dan Kennedy, who's one of the smartest marketers of all time, said it this way: if you want to be successful, be the dumbest person in every room. And the idea was always put yourself in rooms with people more successful, smarter, and just better at what they did. And that's what I want for you. Change your network, change your net worth. It's so directly relational. I want you to do that. So look at your network. Look at who you're hanging out with. It's time to start shifting that. That will change your mindset about money faster than anything else. The second tip is invest as much as you can. A money mindset sees money as a tool, not to be spent, but to be invested. And you live off your investments. This is something I learned from reading Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. He said, instead of living off the money your job gives you, you should be aiming to take the money you make, invest it, and make your lifestyle live from the cash flow your investments produce. And so my wife and I began to work towards that goal, to where our real estate could pay 100% of our lifestyle, and all of our businesses and the things we run just go to buy more cash producing assets. So you live off your assets and you invest the money you make from your job or business. That's the correct pattern. So you earn, you invest, you live. That's the pattern of revenue. And that's where I want you to get. For me, I wasn't there for a very long time till I learned this and I understood I need to be investing as much as I can. So one of the mindsets about money, not only changing your network, but invest as much as you can, as fast as you can, because that will continue to help your cash flow go up. And thus, you'll hit your freedom number and be able to have all your expenses in your life paid for by your assets. The third tip on building a successful money mindset is to spend on value, not on price. I don't know if you're like me, but when I was first starting off during the wealth track, I was starting to think about how to be more wealthy. When I'd go to a store, I see a shirt I like, the very first thing I do is what? I look at the price tag. When I'm at a restaurant, I see something I want, I look at the price. And what I begin to do is let my whole life be driven by what I could afford, not what I wanted. And spending on value finds things that you really want and you buy them. You figure a way to buy them no matter what they cost, and then you eliminate the rest. Because a lot of times we spend money on things that aren't important to us and sacrifice things that are. I want your money mindset to shift to say, I buy on value, not on price. If I see a really nice sports jacket that's really expensive, I would rather invest in that sports jacket than have 3 substandard ones that just I bought because I could quote unquote afford them. That's a money shift. And for years, I did not get this. I'm like, yeah, but what if I walk in and that sports jacket's $500? I didn't realize that if I bought that sports jacket, I put it on, when I walked into meetings, my entire countenance changed because I knew I was in something I valued and I knew I was in something of value. And when I walked in, my entire way I entered a meeting changed because I had invested in something of real value. When you spend on what you can afford, it trains your brain to only look for things you can afford, which again will keep earning only things you can afford. When you look at things of value and you start ramping up your game and saying, if that's expensive, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go find a way to earn it to buy what's really valuable to me. Your mind starts saying, oh, if I want something, I just have to figure out how to make the money for it, not look at my bank account and see what I can afford. Big money shift, but changes everything. Changes everything. When you go to a store, buy what you want. When you go to a restaurant, look in the meal, buy what you want. But you can't do that all the time and not control your spending if you're not earning that lifestyle yet. So what you do is you choose the few things that are really important to you and spend on those because they're valuable to you. I love to go out to dinner and connect with people. I'm just a people person. That's valuable to me. I feel very unwealthy when I can't go hang out with people and eat out. So I put a lot of money there on my relationships with people there. I don't really care about clothes. I use the sports jacket analogy. I don't ever wear one. Clothes just aren't my thing. So I put it what's valuable for me. But what's valuable for you? Spend on value, not on price. Before I get into my last tip, what's one thing you've done to change your mindset about money and how's it really impacted you? Comment below and let us know. Let us know what you've done to shift your mindset about money. I love hearing from you because so many of you have so much to share. Let me hear it in the comments. The fourth change in your money mindset is to know money isn't evil. People will actually quote the Bible saying money is evil. The Bible doesn't actually say that. What the Bible says is the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. So people actually equate evil with money, and it's simply saying this is one form of evil if you love it above everything. And what I'm here to tell you is the love of money, if money is what you truly love, it will make you miserable. I know a lot of miserable rich people, but I don't know anybody who truly has a passion to build wealth and help people that's miserable. I don't know anybody like that. And so first, money is an evil. But let me tell you, if you think that, it's not your fault. We've been trained this way. Think about the movie Titanic. Yeah, scoot over, Rose. 2 people can fit on the floater thing. But the truth of the matter is, think about Titanic. Who is the bad guy? The rich guy. Think about the book, The Notebook, the Nicholas Sparks hit. Who is the bad guy? The rich family, right? We've been trained over our years, especially in TV and movies, that the rich people are always the bad people. So we start seeing money changes people into bad people. I actually grew up and my parents would say this, money changes people, and they never meant for the good. The truth of the matter is, money is simply an amplifier. It makes you more of what you already are. If you're a jerk, you get a bunch of money, you're gonna be a bigger jerk. You're an amazing person, you get a bunch of money, it'll make you a better person because it'll amplify that internal state. So money isn't evil. Money is just simply a microscope to your heart. It's just simply a reflection of who you are. It amplifies you. And so I want us to see about money. Money is actually something that can be absolutely amazing if used correctly. The idea is my love for the people in Africa will not get them clean water, but money will. But they need to be placed together to make it happen. And that's the key. It's not evil. Money is just money. It's just something. It's just paper. It's just a currency. It's just an idea until it's applied to something. And then it can change the world. And that's what I want you to see with money, changing our mindset. Stop seeing evil people as the rich people and start asking rich people how they got that way. What I've realized is rich people are actually the most generous people I know. The wealthiest people I know give the most. And a lot of people say, well, yeah, they give it because they have it. I would actually say they have it because they give it. And that's the change with wealthy people. I've realized they've given their way to the top. Because if you own a business, the only way to grow a business is to give so much value to your customers, they buy from you over and over again. That's a giving mindset. That's the only way to grow it. It's the same thing with our lives. The only way to grow our wealth is to be givers and servers, and that's how we get to the top. Money isn't evil. Money just amplifies who we are. Now, I want to give you my secret 4-part money formula that has helped me transform my finances and really give to people and start to change my entire wealth disposition and my mindset about money. It's the 10-10-10-70 method. It's the idea that 10% goes to giving. You give to somebody and somewhere, making sure you're improving lives. For us, that's our church. We give 10% to our church so that we can continue to inspire people and connect people with the message that's important to us. The next 10% is our wealth account. We give 10% into a wealth account so that every single month, our gross income, 10% goes in there, and we just don't touch it except for investments. 10% is for fun. 10% is just simply to go out to the movies, to go out to dinner, to go on a trip. 10% is just simply to enjoy, to play golf, to whatever. And it's because I've realized you really can't build wealth long term without doing the things you love, because you'll lose steam. And so that's why that 10% is really important. When you're starting off building wealth, you might be tempted to pull that out, but I've learned this from a lot of wealth strategists over the years, that keeping that in there is really important because it reminds you what you're fighting for, and it also trains your brain. I can afford this because I can always go make more money. And then 70% is for your living. That's for your expenses. That's to pay your life, to make sure you have enough to pay all your bills, put money in your emergency fund. If you are a saver, put money in your savings account, wherever you want to place that money. But it's the 10-10-10-70 formula. 3 sets of 10s goes to giving, play, and investment, or a wealth account, and then 70 goes to your lifestyle. So the goal is look at your income, see if you can live on 70%. If you can't, let's try to tighten that in or increase my income so I can. I also want to give you a free gift today, because one of the best things you can do with money is invest it in real estate. And I want to give you a free 60-minute masterclass of how to invest in multifamily real estate. A lot of people think multifamily is out of stretch for most people because it's so expensive. It's really not, but you have to know the right way to do it. You can actually invest in multifamily with none of your own money. And I teach you how to do that in this masterclass. So go to this 60-minute free masterclass. It's my free multifamily masterclass, and I'll see you in that training.